Do you know how to hit the ball in Rocket League? No, think about it for a sec. Do you know how to hit the ball in Rocket League? Most of you will say yes, absolutely, I can hit the ball in Rocket League. But what I would say to you today is that no, you can't hit the ball in Rocket League. Today, I'll be going through why 95% of you don't know how to hit the ball in Rocket League properly. What do I mean by hitting the ball properly in Rocket League? Well, there are a couple things that justify as to whether it's a good hit or not. Number one thing, power. How do you get power? Well, there is in multiple ways, but mainly in that your technique around hitting the ball. The next way about hitting the ball is your accuracy. Where you're hitting it. Is it where you intended to hit it? Or is it just way off? Is it just way off? And the third thing is, are you hitting the ball in the right spot? Should you even be hitting the ball in the first place? Today we'll be discussing all of those things. So first, we're going to talk about the power. How do you get power on the ball? Because this is a problem all the way up to SSL. Everybody doesn't know how to hit the ball properly and with power. Now, how do you do this? We have to discuss what you do when you actually hit a ball in Rocket League. Well, if you're lower ranked, you'll probably just drive into the ball and hit it. If you're a little bit higher ranked, so from that plat to champ range, you'll probably flip into the ball. But today we're going to be discussing why there's a much better way to be hitting the ball, which involves air roll. This is what we call an air roll shot or an air roll hit. Either one will do. And this is usually discussed around with shooting. It's a better way to shoot. However, today we'll be talking about how this can be applied to every single time you hit the ball. So to get a good hit on the ball, as I've previously discussed in my other video, the warm-up training, check that out if you haven't already. What you have to do is to hit the ball with the corners of your car. So particularly the wheels on either side of the front. Why is this? It gets more power than just a normal hit. Because hitting it like this is okay, but hitting it with your corner adds more power. Now, you're like, Moldy, how do you hit it with the corner of your car? It's not just that, there's something to do with your flip. What you do with your flip is we do a thing called a flip cancel. And a flip cancel is essentially where you flip forward and then you pull back on the joystick straight away. It essentially cancels the flip. That's where the name comes from. And there are loads of videos on how to do this, so I'm not necessarily going to go through it. However, I'm going to talk about the specific technique when it comes to hitting a ball. So, when you're hitting the ball, you have to tilt your car to the side a little bit. So what I want you to do first is to practice with your air roll button, whether it's directional or just your normal air roll button where you use your joystick. What I want you to do is to tilt to the left, like this. Just jump and to the left. That's all I want you to do to start. And then try it on the other side as well. And this is what will get the angle on your shot. This is, for instance, if you're wanting to shoot to the left, you will angle your car to the right like that. If you're wanting to shoot to the right, you will angle your car to the left, right? The next step we're going to do is to tilt your car on a diagonal backwards. Why are we doing this? Because now you can flip forward into the ball. That is the motion. So to do this, you put your joystick into the bottom right if you're doing it this way, and the bottom left if you're doing it this way, right? So I really want you to practice this movement in general. And it might feel a little bit weird to do it at first, so you're going to need a little bit of practice at doing this. Now, the next stage is the flip itself. So all you've done is done a single flip to go like that. Next, you have to go into this position, and I want you to flip forward. Flip forward. Like that. And when you're doing this, I want you to put your joystick into the top left of the car, right? So it should kind of look like that. But you're going to be like, but Moldy, it's not hit, it's just flipping forward. I'm going all over the place as I do it. So this comes to the final step of this, which is cancelling your flip. So what you want to do is to grab that flip you just did and to pull back on the joystick. So you want to do the joystick movements, you pull on the bottom right to get this movement, and then you flip to the top left, and then you pull downwards straight away. And this should cancel your flip, and it should look something like this. And you can see how your car locks into a rotation. It's very straight. It should look exactly like that. And this is going to require a little bit of practice. So if you don't know how to flip cancel, I would highly suggest you learn how to do that. There are lots of videos online you can go through and do that. And if you do want me to do a specific video on this, I can do this. Let me know in the comments. Compared to just a normal flip, this way of hitting the ball gets a lot more power. Why? Because it's angling your car in a way where it will hit those corners on either side. So this side and this side. This can also be applied to when the ball is rolling as well. So if the ball is rolling on the ground, you can do the exact same thing except that single jump. You just go to the top left and then you pull back straight away. You flip cancel. I want you to think of this as when you hit the ball, every single hit you do, you should be flip cancelling every single time. Now, the next thing is accuracy. How do you get an accurate ball? Well, this relies on your judgment as to whether you should be flipping into the left of the ball or into the right of the ball. If the goal is to the right of the ball and you want to hit it into the right of the goal, what you want to do is jump up and flip into the right. If you want to hit it into the left of the goal, then same thing, you flip into the left to get that power. A good exercise to practice this is, which I cover in my warm-up tutorial, you should check that out if you haven't already, is to hit the ball to one side and hit it to the other. So just one small hit into another fast hit. Just over and over again, just this little training routine, just hitting it and smacking the ball. And this will train your accuracy. So I really want you to emphasize this little training routine. Now, in the next video, I'll be going through when exactly should you be hitting the ball. So feel free to go check that out. And if you like this video, please feel free to let me know in the comments if you have any other suggestions for future videos. And you know, we're on the road to 100 subscribers, so I'd really appreciate if you liked and subscribed. That'd be really helpful for the channel and mean a lot. Thanks for watching, guys. Hope it helped.